Right, good afternoon, my lovely people. I've just got back from the Westpoint show, which is a big craft selling event here in Devon. Yeah, I thought I'd show you what I got. It's not very exciting, but it's stuff that I needed. A couple of things that were just sort of a bit of a splurge. Well, not a splurge, but spur of the moment stuff. So anyway, let me grab all this stuff out. There is a substance in here that I usually keep out of my craft room because I can't stand the blooming stuff, but it was a promise I made. Bear with me. Sorry, it fell on the floor. It's this stuff. Glitter. Ooh, I hate glitter. There's another one in there somewhere. Where did you go? Right, let me... Sorry. I've got to find it. There it is. Right. So, let me start at the beginning. Yeah, I went to the show, obviously, and I said a while ago, do you want to know what art glitter glue, which is this stuff, my bottle's filthy, so do ignore that, was originally invented for? And I'm going to show you, but I needed that acetate glitter, and, well, the lady on the stall was doing pre-printed acetate sheets, but they were £1.60 a sheet. And I thought, well, if I get, this was only £2.99 because she glittered one of these snowdrops up. Sorry, is the light on it? Let me just, oh no, it's not too bad. She glittered up one of these images. And then I got this from a different stall. I can't remember how much it was, £2 something. So for £5, I've now got 5 sheets, which, you know, works out cheaper than actually buying the pre-printed one. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Anyway, so I'm going to be stamping these, and I needed stays on, which was a pain. I had to buy that, but because I only had, I think I only got it in red and blue. So anyway, I needed it anyway. And glitter. This stuff very, very rarely comes into my room. So that will be a project I will be doing with you very shortly. Stay. What else did I get? Oh, yeah, I picked this up. It was £10, but I don't know if you've ever been on line looking at art yarn, because that's what they kind of call it. And the cheapest I found was £25 a skein. So when I saw that, and the lady, bless her, she was hardly having anybody stop at her store, so I felt quite sorry for her. So I don't know... Kettle dyed. Oh, I think that's the colour. I don't know. Anyway, 70 grams then. Oh, here we are. That's the lady. I don't know if she sells it online or not. No, I don't know. Anyway, there we are. Yeah, so I got that. So what's her name? Uniquely Susie B. Oh, there we are. I'm Susie Q. She's Susie B. Yeah, and I just thought this, because I want to have a go at couching it down. And it's all, see, glitter oh, there's glitter in this. I hate that stuff, but it's all different yarns anyway. When I come to use it, I will unravel it all and show you it. But yeah, it feels lovely, I must admit. So I got myself some art yarn. I've been after some for ages. Right, rattly bags. This was... I can't remember what she was called. Hold on. So, right, rattly bag out of the way. So this lady was selling hand-dyed threads. Oh, Brink Studio. There's all the details down there. And she was doing a, oh, you can book workshops as well. She was doing hand-dyed threads. So... you know, obviously she's hand dyed all of these. This is kind of like a woolly one. This is all for my octopus, so it's his fault that I've got this stuff. But this is kind of like a wool, almost like an Appleton's. Feels about that same weight, but it's got some lovely colours. I'll just hold it there and you can see. So I picked up 5 of these. They're £1 each basically. So yeah, some really nice, and that's another woolly one as well. And then I thought I'd get a green I don't know why I bought that one really, because I've got one that I've dyed myself like that. But yeah, sometimes it's just nice to support these people. And this is kind of like a really fine linen. So I thought they'd be really nice for my octopus project. Yeah, that's that one. Let's get these big ones out of the way. So this lump of wool here, I'm doing the workshop with the lovely K3N on Tuesday, and one of the things we had to have was a piece of wool, boiled wool preferably, which is what this is. I'd hate to try and make a coat out of this stuff because this was £25 a metre. He very kindly let me just have half a metre. It is quite big, you know, because it was a wide fabric. I'm going to knock everything on the floor, but yeah, so I got it in this lovely mustardy colour, but I need to take it downstairs and give it a wash because it's probably got sizing in it or something, and one of the instructions was to have it washed. You don't have to size it, but you've got to wash it. So I'll chuck that behind me. And then I've got some new sewing machine needles. Not terribly exciting, but a necessity. So I got a universal, which I just use all the time basically, and then if I'm doing something really thick, I will change to a jeans needle. And I thought I'm going to get them while I'm there, and that was from Quilted Bear. They had a really small stall this time. I think they charge so much money. This particular organizer charges a lot of money for the tables, and I think that's why they only had a small stall. Oh, this is, I spare at the moment. five B's, like you do. They're bee buttons. Couldn't resist. They were only 20p each, so I spent a whole £1 at the stall. But I thought they were quite cute, so they'll be nice on a little project when I want one. And this was from, oh, they're from Cornwall. Okay. Oh, buttons buckles. Say that twice. Yeah, so yeah, that's those. I shouldn't show you that, but I'm gonna. There we are. So I've got some bees, and then this stall, they're there all the time, and I was choosing these. Sorry, I'll put some perle thread, 8 weight, again for the seascape thing. So seascape, the octopus. So I'm thinking all of these are going to look quite nice because I haven't got any plain blues, so I've got those. I was choosing those, and she was going, young lady. And of course, I'm like, she can't be talking to me. Anyway, she was like, man, young lady. And I turned around and she went, just to let you know. And I went, oh, I'm the young lady, thank you. Apparently Anchor have been taken over by DMC. I didn't know that. That's what she said. So she said, make sure you get enough for your project, because she doesn't know how much longer she's going to be able to get Anchor cotton. I thought there are probably a bazillion balls in this world of Anchor cotton. I don't think it's going to go out of, you know, colour lot, whatever you want to call it, anytime soon. So I picked up from there as well some nice new sharp needles. So I've got a nice embroidery one with quite a big eye on it actually, so quite pleased with that. And then I have basically used a lot of my chenilles, so I got a 22 and a 24. Quite like those because they're nice and sharp but not terribly long. Those ones in particular, they were all £2 each. And I picked up some more slightly smaller eye milliners, again £2. So I just restocked my needles basically. And then, oh, finally, I've got a beading mat. Yay. It's this weird fabric. But as I'm doing quite a few beads on that, again, the octopus, I thought I'm going to get myself a bead mat. And there was one stall. Luckily, there was 3 beading stalls there. 2, no, sorry, we didn't bring them to the show. 3rd one, he said, yeah, box in the corner. I was like, oh, So what I tend to do is cut these in half. In fact, sometimes I cut them into quarters, because they do, mind you, I'm talking years, they do deteriorate. They kind of split and go all weird. So I keep the other ones in, you know, out of sunlight and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to get two because then I know I've got them. All right, and the last thing, there was a, what would you call it, like a charity shop type thing. Well, they were a quilters guild, but they had fabric that you just put in a donation basically. And look what I found in one of the boxes. So this is all these lovely African prints. They're not huge pieces, but they're big enough for what I'm going to use them for. What am I going to use them for? Don't know yet. But anyway, so yes, I've got this really nice one, that one, and I like this one. I like this one a lot. I don't know why, I just do. I think it's pretty abstractly funky. And then this one here as well. This one's quite big actually. This is quite a big scrap. Apparently the lady that had these fabrics did pass away, bless her, so she's handed it all over to the guild. But yeah, this is, or the group, this is quite a big bit, but I thought that was pretty funky, quite frankly. And I put, she said it's just donations. I was like, oh, I hate it when people say that. Just say it's £1 a piece. So I pound a piece. I put it in the pot there. So anyway, of course, the highlight of the show was I met one of my subscribers. I didn't get your name, love, so really sorry, I can't name and shame you. But yeah, because she lives not far from where I live, basically, her and her friend meet up quite regularly. And again, I didn't get your name either, love, so I do apologise. And we stood chatting for ages. They had to go to a workshop. That's the only reason we stopped. Yeah, so we're going to try and organise a meetup, because apparently her friend goes to her house and then they meet there and do crafty stuff. Because I said, you know, I love doing this stuff, but I've got no one that, you know, locally that wants to meet or wants to do it with me. So yeah, so that'll be nice. We're going to get that organised. I'll let you know, and I'll get their names. She'll probably put it in the comments. I just clean forgot. So yeah, so there we are. Nice little, very simple haul. I'm trying to think why I haven't got any money left. I didn't spend that much. Oh, I suppose the wool was... Yeah, I always take cash to these things because then I can keep a proper check on it, you know. So anyway, there we are. So yeah, just a little haul, little chit chat, and I'd say I will get round to doing that demo with you with this forbidden substance that comes into my house very, very rarely. Yeah, and we'll do that. I'm just making a thumbnail like you do. So I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry, I've not been on. I can't even remember when my last video was. I've had a really bad week at work, so I just did in a foul mood. So I'm not going to subject you poor sausages to that when I'm in one of those. So yeah, there we are. And I love this stamp. I think this stamp is lovely. For £2.99, I couldn't believe it was only £2.99. Let's have a quick look at the quality, actually. Oh, sorry, I'm going to treat you here for a second. I'm hoping it's going to stamp nicely. If she stamped the one she had, oh yeah, it feels quite nice actually. And I just thought, well, then I've got the stamp forever. Oh, here we go. Is it going to come off? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I needed the stays on because you need a alcohol-based ink to stamp on acetate, which is what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And that was quite nice. I was quite pleased with that. And then I've got that stamp for ever, basically. I might do some fabric stamping as well, because that'll be quite nice. Right, there we are. Little show and tell. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, normal service on the video front will resume. Thank you. Bye.